Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me while talking a little bit about what's been happening with me in the last couple of weeks, what's going to happen to me in the coming couple of years, and just some, for me, very exciting life updates. I'm also going to use some products that I'm really enjoying at the moment, or I think I'm really enjoying, but I have to try out a little bit more. And I thought that would be a fun video idea. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And let's get into the video. For eyes, I thought we could use the Manifest Dream Big palette by Be Perfect. I actually haven't used this palette in a while. And I wanted to do something that I haven't done with this yet, which is to focus on the more burgundy tones that are in this palette. Burgundy, purplish, maybe peach, something in those directions. So I'm first going to prime my eyes with the new Glamlight Icing Primer. Well, at least it was new for me. I did do a review on this one, and I have since noticed that if you use too much, it creases quite a bit. So what I do now is I distribute the tiniest little bit between both fingertips. And then that's what I use to prime my eye. And then I actually also take a little bit off with the other finger. And I find that this works perfectly well as a tacky base. And if I use much more, then it will crease. So this primer is going to last me a long time. Alright, so let's get into the palette. Like I said, I want to do something purpley, peachy, burgundy-y. I think I'm going to keep it more purple. So I'm going into Inspire, which is this lavender shade over here. And I'm going to put that in my crease as sort of a transition shade. So I don't know how many people actually watch a lot of my videos or even notice if I post a video or not. I hope at least someone does. And I want to explain why I've been so inconsistent over the past couple of weeks and maybe even months. Well, not months, but ever since my holiday in June, I've been pretty inconsistent. And that is because I'm finally taking my thesis more seriously in the summer, because I am doing my master's in literary studies at the moment. And during the year I had my courses and I also had my thesis, but I figured I would do that one in the summer. So after my vacation in June, it was time to really get started with that thesis. And it was a little bit tricky to plan everything around it. But even more importantly, a couple of weeks ago, I dropped my laptop. And it was broken and it had to be repaired. By the way, I am now switching to the color Squad. This one. And it took a couple of weeks for it to be repaired. And then it took a week more because they forgot to include my adapter. So I still couldn't use my laptop. And I did borrow someone else's laptop for a little bit. But it just isn't the same, and I couldn't use my editing software on it because the laptop wasn't good enough, the one that I borrowed. So I could film, but I couldn't really edit. So I could only edit when my boyfriend wasn't using his computer, and he's also working on his thesis. So that really wasn't an option a lot of the time. So I just decided to, post the video whenever I could and not be too bummed about it. Now, since a couple of days, I have my laptop back and I'm feeling like my old self again. So I wanted to do a quick little video in which I explained what has been going on. Going back into Inspire, the first shade, and I'm going to blend out the other shade. Alright, that looks nice. I'm now going into the black inked, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner and through my crease. I really like this palette. I really should use it more. So now for the exciting update. As I said, I am now doing my master's in literary studies. But my plan is actually to become a researcher and to do a PhD, if I'm allowed to. And in the Netherlands, it's customary to do a research master instead of a regular master if you want to do that. And it was always my plan to do that research master, but I kind of chickened out last year and I decided to just do a regular master and, I don't know, go teach or something. And then I had major regrets because after the first week I already noticed that I loved everything about this master, but I wanted more. So I contacted some people. I asked them if they thought it would be a good idea. And they, of course, without taking any responsibility, said, yes, you should try it. Or at least, you know, you could try it. So I applied for the research master, also called literary studies, for the next year and the year after that. It's a 2-year program in which there will also be an internship and a larger thesis and, I don't know, some more exciting stuff. So that's my big news. I already shared this on Instagram if you follow me there. Funny thing, the master I'm going to do is actually taught in English, which is not always the case here. My current master is actually mostly taught in Dutch. And I was actually also a little bit frightened about that. So I decided to do this YouTube channel to practice my English a little bit. To learn not to be so afraid to talk in a different language for a longer period of time. And I found out I really liked this channel and I really liked posting videos, so I kept with it. But really, initially, it was all for the study. I'm just taking the purple squad again to blend out the black a little bit better. So I thought that was kind of funny. You know, I don't really link the two anymore. But I guess I am a little bit more confident in my English now than I was a year ago. It hasn't been a full year yet, but almost. I'm also taking squad underneath my lower lashes. This look is becoming a little bit more dramatic than what I was going for. But the colors are nice. This shade Squad works really well underneath the lashes. Because there's no eye primer there, so it's gotta work on its own. Little bit of the black. There, that's the base for the eyes. I really like these colors. So I'm just going to take my finger now and choose a nice lid shade. And I want to use this one, which is called Anne. Look how nice that is. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid. I can feel the fallout just raining on my face. But look how pretty that shade is. Totally worth it. I'm actually going to blend it a little bit over the deeper shades. I really like a glittery crease. That's nice. That's really, really, really nice. I'm cleaning up my pencil brush and I'm going into the shade, I think this one, Insta, which is more of a pale purple. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And I'm also putting that at the inner part of the lower lash line. I really like this eyeshadow. Like I said, there was some fallout on my dress and also on my face, but it's totally worth it. I'm just going to add a black eyeliner. This one is from Essence. And then I'm just going to finish up the eyes using my Essence Lash Princess. This is one of those items I am now testing out, making my mind up about it. I do really like the effect of this mascara, but it smudges so easily. Sometimes, like here, it's smudged on my lip. I can't imagine doing this mascara when your makeup is already on. You just have to start over. But like I said, the effect is nice. That's it for the eyes. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean up my cheeks. Alright, now let's go into the face. I wanted to make the eyes a little bit more dramatic. Not this much, but oh well, it happened. But I wanted to keep the face a little bit more fresh and more summery. So I'm going to use my glowish skin tint, the Multi Dew. I have mine in the shade Fair. And I always apply this with a brush. So as I said, I'm going to do a 2 years program. And I'm starting in September. And I'm really excited about it. There's going to be only a few people. The full name of the study is Visual, Literary and Historical Studies. So there are 3 sub-studies. And I think we do have some courses together, or we can at least choose courses that everyone can choose. And then there are about 6 or 7 of us that do the literary studies track. And then in my second year I have to do an internship somewhere at a university, I hope. Or maybe like a renowned library or something. But I hope in university. And I was actually toying with the idea to go to the United States for this. Because I'm kind of intrigued. Everyone I follow on YouTube and most of my Instagram friends are from the United States. And I've always wanted to go there, but I sort of don't want to go on vacation because I feel like I wouldn't get the full experience of living there. So, like I said, I was toying with the idea to go there for my internship. But maybe I'll stay a lot closer to home. I always really like this skin tint. It's super glowy, but it is pretty. So yeah, that's my big and exciting news. I have one little snippet of news. I actually started a TikTok. I already downloaded TikTok like 1.5 years ago and I started watching it, but I stopped. And then a friend of mine asked recently if I shouldn't start one because I already do reels on Instagram, so I could just upload those on TikTok. So I started doing that, but I'm now also making videos exclusively for TikTok. You know, shorter, compact versions of reviews, you know, in half a minute or so, or some demonstration, and usually I edit it a little bit more funky. Like I add special effects and everything, and I have quite a lot of fun with it. Sad thing is, I only have 1 follower. I had 2, but 1 left. So I'm really starting from scratch with this one. So if you also have TikTok and you follow me here and you maybe also want to follow me there, it's @Cecile lowercase Lacey lowercase Lee, like my Instagram handle. I put it on the screen. And of course I'll follow you back if you if you wanna follow me there. No pressure, I'm just mentioning it. I'm having a little bit of fun with it, and I wasn't expecting to. Alright, I'm going to use this Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. I don't think I really like this one, but I want to give it a second chance. As I remember it, it wasn't very matte, and it wasn't a lot of coverage either. But I'm just going to let it sit on my face for a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Alright, I'm taking my Primark 4D Pyramid brush. It's actually looking a little bit more matte to me now. But that's because the skin tint is so glowy. Alright, now I'm going to set my face, or at least the concealer part of my face, with my Essence Brighten Up powder. I'm trying to make up my mind about this one because I'm preparing for the favorite 3 in every category video. And since my my favorite powder, the Guerlain Les Météorites powder, is discontinued and also nearly done, nearly finished, I wanted to give this one a proper try and see if I maybe want to include this one as one of my favorites. So, little spoiler. Because I did really like this one, the finish and the color, I just had to use a little bit more to get the nice effect. That's not a disaster. See, I really like this powder. It's very smoothing. It is very mattifying. That's okay. And it's a little bit brightening, but not too much. On my skin tone at least. There, now I'm nice and glowy in the perimeters of my face, but a little bit more matte and glam in the center of my face. I think that's perfect. For bronzer, I'm going into my Dior Forever Natural Bronze. Yes, that's the name. I have it in the shade 4. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I've been putting it down a little bit lately. Not because I didn't love it anymore, just because I had a couple of new ones. But the nice thing with this one is that it sort of acts as a setting powder, so you don't have to set your foundation before using it. You can actually use it to set the perimeters of your face. Just to be sure, I'm using a little bit more stamping motions. And then I'm going in with a clean powder brush to really blend out the edges. Yeah, I'm all out of updates, so I'm just going to continue doing my makeup and I hope that's fine. For brows, I'm returning to my Kruidvat brow gel. I've been using my new shade of the Dior one so frequently that I feel like it's already running out. So I'm in the mood to try something a little bit cheaper today. It is a little bit more messy. I always forget to be cautious when I'm using this product. It just distributes so much product that you instantly get these little blotches. But I'm going to try and fix it. Just taking a random spoolie on a eyebrow pencil. There, now everything is nice and brushed up. For blush, I want to use a shade in my Orgasm on the Beach palette. And I was thinking I really want to use the red. But I don't know how it's going to go with this eye look. Let me swatch it. So this is the red shade. I don't know. This is the middle shade. This is the traditional Orgasm. I don't think that's quite the right tone, so it would have to be this red one. Shall we just try it? It's already 7:30 at night anyway, so no one's going to see me. Just taking some on my blush brush. That's nice. It's bright, but it is nice. I'm going to spread it out. I think that's actually, well, it's a little bit too red. But it's fine. I think I'm going to go over with a finishing powder. But I just wanted to try out this shade. I really do like it. Maybe I should have stayed a little bit higher. I don't know. I'm taking my Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm going into my trusty Hourglass palette. And I'm going to go into this more pinky shade over here. Because it's a little bit darker. So it won't take down the blush too much. That's perfect. See? That made it perfect. I'm just going to buff out the rest of my face as well with a combination of the two setting powders. Because I do love the way that looks. I really like the finish of my complexion right now. It's sort of a combination of the Huda Glowish product with a little bit of the Hourglass to smooth everything over. We do have a highlighter to put on. And I'm going to use my Catrice High Glow Mineral Highlighting Powder. I recently tried this one in a trying new drugstore makeup video. I already regretted purchasing this before I tried it, because I thought it was so unremarkable. But when you put it on the face, it's actually really beautiful. You see? It's this beautiful icy pinkish shade. It actually reminded me a little bit of the Dior, and I used the Dior yesterday, and indeed they are a little bit similar. And then I mean the Dior, the original luminizers, not the new ones. I haven't tried those yet. Also going to put a little bit here. Yeah, that still looks really nice. I do think it looks best on light skin tones. But maybe they have a deeper shade as well, I'm not sure. And finally, we need something on the lips. And I want to try something new. I have these 4 little lip glosses from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the lip gloss set from the holiday, last holiday. But it was on sale in the makeup store I frequent. And I wanted to try one out today. So I think since the eyes are already so wonderful and glittery, I do want to try one of the more cool tones ones. And I think I'm going to go for this non-sparkly creamy gloss. So I'm just going to remove my foundation again. That looks really nice. It's not extremely opaque, but you can see the color and it smells nice. I really wanted this lip gloss set when it came out, but at the time I already had a lot of lip glosses. But I recently finished a whole lot of them. So I thought it was okay, and I got them as a present from my mom, so that was also very nice. One final touch I do like to do when I think about it is I like to take a fluffy packing brush and go around the edges of my eye makeup. Since I do my eye makeup first, sometimes I look back at pictures and I find that the edges are a little bit harsh. And this is just a clean brush. And I think that looks a little bit better, a little bit more blended. Alright, this is it. This is the finished look. I really like how it came out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my rambling about various aspects of my life. Again, please consider subscribing if you did like the video, or leave a like or a comment. That is also greatly appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.